Hey y'all, it's Jeremy Osterberger. We're here at the Texas Louisiana Environmental Health and Safety Seminar and Industry Trade Show down in Galveston, and I'm so blessed to be joined by Russell Kleingardner, President and CEO of HASC. Russell, so much is going on at HASC. I'm going to let you talk about that. Talk about your projects and initiatives and what you guys are focused on right now.
Yeah, Jeremy, well, thank you for having me today. It's just a great event here at this conference. I want to start out by saying, we're excited. We just come off of an amazing Safety Excellence Award banquet that nearly 2,000 owners and contractors attended, all to share and promote safety. And how great is that when you can get together and share that common theme of safety? But to answer your question, our focus lies solely within the petrochemical refining and energy sectors. And as a nonprofit association, HASC has spent a lifetime, roughly 36 years, that was built on a foundation of altruism with a steadfast approach of fulfilling our mission of building safe workplaces by improving the quality and integrity of the workforce. Now, this mission we take to heart, and we've demonstrated that, recently by both the organic and inorganic growth that you've seen probably throughout social media. So obviously, you know that we've done business combinations with Texas City, Midcoast, Colorado, and most recently, Southwest Louisiana, that's now HASC Louisiana. So we've been able to fulfill our mission by growing our footprint and also offering additional support to areas outside of the Houston area that have the resources that we do here locally.
Russell, you've led HASC through significant growth and change. With Safety Essentials becoming the required PSM contractor orientation at all HASC locations starting earlier this year in January of 2025. Where do we go from here? What's your vision and how that shift supports your organization's continued evolution?
Well, the biggest thing that we try to focus on, especially when you mention Safety Essentials, exclusive within HASC locations across the country, effective January 1 for Safety Essentials, ISTC was a part of that as well. So it wasn't just HASC, and since then, in the first quarter of the month, every council in the state of Texas has adopted that same mentality and has gone exclusive to Safety Essentials. So when you start talking about reciprocity and the value of what safety councils can bring, it's about how we collaborate together to help the onboarding experience of the contractors, which ultimately helps the owner community.
Makes total sense, Russell. So what are some of the biggest challenges that you see owners and contractors face at this time? And how is HASC helping companies and these site leadership handle some of those changes?
Well, for us, the biggest challenge we see is going back to that onboarding experience for the contractor community. Time is money, and pulling labor and attracting individuals to our industry is pretty significant. So we really work towards helping increase those efficiencies and reduce redundancies and eliminate waste. And by doing that, we've expanded our services well beyond just training and compliance or regulatory training to workforce development, skills development, leadership training, and then also expanded our services to medical, which not only includes injury care and medical directorship, but pre-employment physicals, audiograms, pre-employment screening. All these things help with that onboarding experience. And then since then, we're excited to say that we've also are getting into the screening world where we're doing background screening and drug and alcohol as an administrator. And by doing this, we become a single source of truth, which helps the contractor onboard in a more efficient and effective manner. There's a business model of you can't be preeminent and low cost at the same time. We've been able to challenge that model, which I'm proud to say. So we're adding all these additional service lines and adding all these improvements and keeping costs down, which ultimately saves the contractors and owners money. And that's what we feel like our mission is. That's what we're here for, and that's what we're doing.
Russell, those additional services you mentioned, is that rolled out through all of the physical locations that HASC has?
Yes, it is. And not only the locations, but also done remotely across the country as well.
So, Russell, one last question for you. As HASC partners with so many industry leaders and organizations, how important are some of those collaborations to advancing safety and the workforce development goals that also are a part of our industry?
Well, listen, when you talk about workforce development, we all have a need and understand that there's a shortage of labor out there and qualified individuals, qualified skilled laborers. And not only are we competing among ourselves, but we're competing against other industries as well. So organizations and associations like the TCC and the LCA and HASC, work together to collaborate to, help industry attract those individuals. We need to get the message out. Not only are we a resilient and industry that's vital to our economy, we're also the most safest industry out there. And that's a message that we should be sharing with schools and communities and everyone that we run across in our daily lives.
Russell, the education never ends. We're grateful for our partnership between HASC and BIC Alliance and BIC Magazine, and we thank you so much for everything you do to push industry forward.
Yeah, thank you, Vic, and thank you, Jeremy.